Nursing is lots of different things to lots of different people.
For me, nursing's everything. I love working with people and it gives me the opportunity to work with so many different types of people all the time.
It's something that I find is so rewarding. It's always changing.
Fun. It is, for me, about patient care.
Human beings caring for other human beings.
Nursing is a great profession, and I think it means a lot to those of us who are part of that profession. It really is an opportunity for you to have such a high level of satisfaction for the job that you do.
It takes real skills in many ways to be a nurse, because you've got to want to care for your patients. You have got to want to be able to give everything for your patients. And it's not for the faint-hearted. There are some very difficult things you have to deal with, but it is the most rewarding profession, I think.
There you are, Margaret.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're very welcome.
St George's appealed to me because I came down to have a look and I really found everybody very friendly. I like the building, it's modern, won me over.
Everybody seems to know everybody. You're walking down the corridors, everybody's saying hello to you. I mean, you may not know everybody's names, but they recognise your face, and it's very friendly.
We have a laugh, we have to. We have different personalities, so it's always, you have to have a laugh and keep it positive.
I'm genuinely very proud of the nurses here. I think they offer an extremely high standard of care. And I think we engender that culture throughout the trust, and that people are supportive of each other and value each other.
And when I talked to you there about the board, where we're all looking to see what's going on, they're called key performance indicators.
I think for nurses and midwives at St George's, there's such a wide range of opportunities for people to experience that you could really stay here for quite some time. I think working at St George's for me has been an excellent place to start. I trained here as a student. I love the cultural mix. I love the services that we offer here, and it's a really good experience.
Based in Tooting, it's about 15 minutes on the tube to central London. We're just around the corner from Wimbledon Tennis, from Wimbledon Common, so there's a lot of different diverse areas to go to for nurses, and it's also a very multicultural area.
St George's Hospital has really good links in and out of London and down to Brighton.
There's a staff sports club, there's a creche. Lots of staff have their children at the creche.
We also have good support for key workers in housing schemes.
We have got a brand new entrance with Marks and Spencer's food hall and a nice cafeteria there, and lots of different places for nurses to go and eat or rest. We try to do our best for them.
Thank you.
There's lots of specialist areas at St George's and general areas. You might choose to work in cardiothoracic, oncology, sexual health, surgical wards which include vascular, urology, and then there's the paediatrics, neonatal unit and the accident and emergency department.
A&E at St George's is a great place to work because it's a busy, dynamic environment. We are on the go 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We employ a large team of over 100 nurses. The nurses are the backbone of the department who provide a very high quality of care to the patients that arrive at the front door each day.
Let me check that on the other. 466. Thank you very much.
Primarily for a theatre nurse, you're mostly involved in the actual operating theatre itself, but there are other aspects that are pulled into it. A little bit of pre-op and a little bit of post-operative involvement as well. Our patients are only with us for a short time, and the care that we give them is quite extreme and focused at the time, and it's quite a fast-moving environment.
Being in stroke at the moment is a wonderful feature in nursing, in that we can actually restore patients back to almost their normal health by using thrombolysis treatment.
Kills two birds with one stone.
It does indeed. Our nurses are special. They're not here just to look after a patient in bed, they're here to actually help someone to get back to a normal lifestyle.
We've got 3 adult intensive care units at St George's, and they're an ideal place for people that have been qualified for about a year and want to do something a bit more specialist. The ITUs in particular for Band 5 nurses are very good because we run a joint Band 5 foundation programme which is about 12 study days for new starters in intensive care and gives them a real introduction to intensive care.
The Karma Suite is midwifery led, so as the name would suggest, we have midwives only up here. It's for women who are low risk and they can come to us and have a natural birth with as little intervention as possible. And it is really important for them that they get a really positive experience of birth because, you know, it's a life-changing event and it's a privilege to be, I think, with women when they're at that time in their lives.
I've been working here for 22 years. I got an opportunity here and I stayed, so I'm glad for that because I think it's a very good hospital. It's a teaching hospital. We have a very multicultural group of people living around the area who we look after, so that really makes the job very special.
We recently integrated with Wandsworth Community Services, which means that we've got the whole pathway of care really that's available to our patients who live in Wandsworth. There's some real bonuses for working in an integrated organisation. We can really improve the care pathways for our patients, but also that increases the types of opportunities that are available for our nurses and midwives working at St George's.
We have a wide range of community nursing opportunities. We provide district nursing opportunities, health visiting and school nursing opportunities. We have nursing within the prison at Wandsworth, which is the largest prison in Europe. And we also have opportunities for nurses working with specialist services such as respiratory, coronary heart disease and diabetes.
I came to Queen Mary's when it was an acute hospital, and over the years it's now become like a community hospital. We have the two inpatient wards which look after older people, neuro and amputees. We have our rehabilitation outpatients, which is a large department. We also have the general outpatients and rapid diagnostics, and we have the minor injuries department. What I love about my job is my patient involvement. I love being clinical. I love being able to use the skills and the knowledge that I've acquired over the years directly with the patient.
People's perceptions of a school nurse, I think, goes back to when years ago when nurses used to go around and check the children's hair for nits and stick plasters on. Our role's very, very different. We don't check for nits anymore. We do a lot of health promotion and talking to parents and talking to children about health promotion.
Integrating with St George's, I feel, has improved the communication between the wards and the community. We actually go onto the ward and do ward rounds with the staff so we can meet the patients on the wards.
Preceptorship is really important, and it's the way that we support our newly qualified nurses and midwives, and it's really important that we identify the right mechanisms of support so that they can grow and become confident. We identify experienced people that they can link in with so that we can help and support them in their early days so that they become a really important part of our workforce.
As part of the preceptorship scheme, working with my preceptor during busy shifts, if you have any skills that you need to keep up to date or learn new skills, you have preceptors there to guide you, as well as when you're not working with them, they're there if you have any problems.
When people start at St George's, they will attend trust and nursing induction, as well as setting objectives for individuals through their first year working here before they had their appraisal.
We have appraisals every year by our line manager, which is very good because that also helps us to
develop in our own professional development as well, you know, laying down what we want, what our objectives and what we want to meet for the following year or the upcoming year.
Our line manager is so good. She's somebody that you can talk to, and she gives you a shift that suits you and your family life. And to me personally, it's a great place to be.
Great place to work. They're really good at trying to get you to develop yourself even further, and there's a lot of different areas within St George's that you can work at, and as a young nurse it's kind of, you can go in any direction and chances are St George's are going to offer it.
So just keep an eye on you.
We've got loads of opportunities here, so you can choose. When I first trained 20 odd years ago, everyone aspired to be a ward sister, and things have really developed since then. So we've got a really good team of clinical nurse specialists here. We've also got lots of support for our ward sisters here, and we've got clinical leadership programmes. And for people that want to go into education, then we can support them through that as well if they want to be teaching the nurses of the future. And then if people want to become nurse consultants, then we've got a really good career pathway support mechanism for nurse consultants here.
So you've not been feeling as well for a few months really now, have you?
I've been fortunate to be supported in doing my basic degree and then to do a Masters in Cardiorespiratory Nursing during my time here. And I've had an ideal opportunity. I came here as a senior staff nurse and I'm now a nurse consultant.
In the area that I work within paediatrics, we've actually got 3 nurse consultants, which is really unusual to have that amount, but that shows the commitment that the Trust has to actually developing nurses' roles.
How old are you, mister? 3 years old.
Well, the Assessment Centre Day is really an opportunity for us obviously to meet the candidates and prospective staff that we hope to employ. But it's also a two-way process. It's for those people wishing to come and work at St George's actually to come and find out some information about us and actually to decide whether or not they want to work for us.
Say good morning and welcome to St George's Healthcare Trust.
During the morning, the candidates actually undertake their numeracy and literacy test and communication skills test. And in the afternoon, they then have their interviews.
And then Catherine will run through the exercise.
The assessment day was good. It was hard, but it brings everything together that you learn throughout university, and it kind of the 3 key things that you need to be a good nurse.
We want people who are good communicators, who are dynamic.
Most important thing is the attitude towards caring and nursing.
Can work effectively within teams and care about colleagues.
Who are keen, who are able to cope under pressure.
And obviously we want people to have a sense of pride that they work at St George's. I think that we're looking for people that really know that they want to come and work here and why they want to come and work here, and be confident.
It's a great place to be and making a difference in other people's lives.
I like working in George's because the emphasis is on patient care, and we're able to deliver care in a professional manner, which I really enjoy.
Being a nurse entails lots of hard work, but having said that, I think the rewards of the job are really good. You can really put the patient at the heart of everything that you do, and involving the patients, the families and the carers and relatives at the same time. So it really is a fantastic thing that you're able to do.